Jimmy Haslam has this task cut out for him because fans is demanding Kevin Stefanski be fired today. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys has been seeing all of the different headlines, all of the different stories coming out about the Cleveland Browns, but no bigger story means more than what we finna talk about today, and that is Kevin Stefanski keeping his job. We've seen coaches across the league be fired throughout the season, and them pretty much being the worst team in all of the NFL.
The Browns just can't stay out of chaos. One minute they're building a dynasty, the next they're accidentally lighting it on fire. Now the owners want Stefanski gone after a wild Shedeur Sanders leak that's breaking the internet. What really happened behind the scenes? Buckle up, it's just getting started.
But the problem is, I don't think, my opinion, right, just strictly my opinion, I don't think Jimmy trusts himself to pick somebody else.
Okay, then you know what?
Now he lost his North Star in Paul DePodesta.
Yeah,
I'm telling you.
North Star to hell!
I'm telling you.
Follow me, boys! Follow me!
But the thing that Paul was, the one thing I think he was good at was identifying coaches. I do think he was good at that. That's the one thing I think he was good at.
The Cleveland Browns have officially entered their dramatic era. Forget football. This is reality TV and shoulder pads.
Kevin Stefanski has lost all ability to call plays offensively. Why is he still the coach? I don't know. But one thing I can tell you is that the people in the great city of Cleveland is sick and tired of him, because quite frankly, they got arguably one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL sitting on the damn bench, and that is Shedeur Sanders. It's been more than enough time to see what Gabriel has to bring. Kevin Stefanski said earlier today that he's going to roll out with Dylan no matter what. Now,
The owners are reportedly fed up, the fans are losing their minds, and Kevin Stefanski might be about 3 bad play calls away from a one-way ticket out of Cleveland.
Theoretically, if you do say, all right, well, we need another quarterback, these 2 quarterbacks ain't it, whatever the case may be, what makes you think that you draft a quarterback and you put them in this exact same system with this offensive line and these receivers and this playbook and expect that they're going to be magically great? It's just not going to be. And here's the thing. If you Shedeur Sanders and you sitting back and you the backup quarterback, you got to be at home on your tablet, your iPad, trying to figure out something, a plan.
And the star of this week's chaos, none other than Shedeur Sanders, the most talented man in Ohio who apparently needs a miracle just to touch the field.
But I can't stress this enough. While that's there, I can't, there's no more poor Kevin. I don't know if there was ever a poor Andrew. Again, the rest of the staff, it is what it is. Sorry. I got nothing. And what's the point to do any of that? We all know where this is going. I don't think that they're going to get let go during the year. But I think at the end of the year, yeah, you're going to be looking at a new head coach. You're probably going to be looking at a new general manager. Yeah. Because you're going to need a new flavor. Because this is, right now, it seems like that would be premature. But I think we all know where this is going.
Everywhere you look, the headlines are screaming, the fans are chanting, and the Browns are still pretending Dylan Gabriel is a starting quarterback. Across the league, coaches have been fired faster than hot takes on ESPN, but somehow, Stefanski's still there, standing on the sidelines like he's auditioning for the role of confused math teacher who forgot his playbook.
But man, just as it pertains to the Browns, they got to just be honest with themselves. They made a bad eval. Don't die on that branch. You got to go to Shadur, but you also got to reset the Shedeur Sanders tenure in Cleveland. You got to be public and say, you know what? We're fully behind Shadur the rest of the season. You got to start the offensive meeting. I will put up Shadur highlights from Colorado and be like, listen, we're going with Shadur. This is what he's capable of doing if we all do our job around him. So let's really lock in. Let's really lock in, and let's make sure that this young man gets an opportunity to go out and be his best.
The man's offense is flatter than the Cleveland skyline, and yet, somehow, he's untouchable. Cleveland fans are done. They're not just frustrated, they're spiritually exhausted. Imagine having Shedeur Sanders, one of the most electric young quarterbacks in the country, just sitting there, watching, waiting,
I think Shedeur is a better player than Dillon Gabriel. I think drafting Dillon Gabriel in the third is pretty bold.
I didn't love that pick.
So my theory was they're no dummies. They've been around Jimmy long enough. They realize that, like, as Shedeur falls, he's going to force them to take Shedeur Sanders. So they go, listen, we'd love to take this guy in the 4th or 5th. Let's take him now, so it kind of shuts him up. But then Shedeur just kept plummeting. They didn't have a choice once they got to the 5th round when he's like, you got to do it. So my theory is they overdrafted him to shut up the owner, and because any visual you saw of Stefanski and Barry, he's right over their back.
Probably wondering if he accidentally joined the witness protection program instead of the NFL. Meanwhile, the Browns keep running the same plays like they're hoping the defense will get bored and go home. Then there's Dillon Gabriel. Bless his heart, but if missed throws were art, this man would be the Picasso of interceptions. Some of those passes look like they were meant for someone in the parking lot.
A big change coming in Cleveland. Kevin Stefanski is handing over play calling duties to offensive coordinator Ken Dorsey. On top of that, Jameis Winston is also starting this Sunday with Watson out and DTR injured as well. But as for Stefanski giving up play calling duties, which he has had since he became the Browns head coach in 2020, I can't say I'm too surprised by it. I mean, on one hand, the Browns are dead last in total offense, but on the other hand, Stefanski has held on to play calling duties through some highs and lows in the Browns offense throughout his tenure as the head coach.
Fans in the stands started chanting for Shadur mid-game, which tells you everything you need to know. At one point, it looked like even Shadur couldn't take it anymore. Standing there on the sideline, probably thinking, I left Colorado for this. And now, here comes the cherry on the chaos cake. Rumors that Stefanski's actually sabotaging Shedeur. Yep, that's right. Apparently, keeping your best player benched is the new definition of strategy. People are starting to think there's more going on behind the scenes than bad coaching.
Well, quarterbacks have ups and downs, and you never really know what they're. It's like, Kevin, just answer the stinking question.
I don't know that he could. I don't know that he looked at it and was like, oh, yeah.
So he just didn't want to lie?
I just don't know that he had an actual answer of like, this is where Dillon's gotten better. If I were to ask you that, where do you think Dillon's gotten better in the 5 weeks?
He put his whole ass under a 22-yard pass.
I saw people online trying to tell me that the all-22 clip shows a much better angle.
Yeah.
There's no angle of that's just going to make that look good.
Is it from the ground up?
It was from behind, and it was like, see, look, he puts it in the only place that Jerry Jeudy could have caught it. Only place my ass. Jerry came back for the damn ball.
Maybe it's pride, maybe it's politics, or maybe Stefanski's allergic to winning. Whatever it is, it's not football. It's sabotage season in Cleveland. Even the local media had enough. Radio hosts are whispering that the firing could happen any day now. Sooner rather than later, they're saying, which in Cleveland language means yesterday would have been great. Everyone can see it. The players look checked out, the fans have lost faith, and the only person who doesn't seem to notice the fire is the guy holding the gasoline. But here's the kicker. Some insiders claim it's not even Stefanski's call anymore.
And I would pull Shedeur in the quarterback room and show him all the things I thought he did bad at Colorado, just as a refresher. Like, keep this in your mind too, right? On first and 10, right, we don't got to win the game. Let's take what they give us. Let's get the ball out, right? Let's not try and take any bad sacks. Our ball security, when we're being evasive in the pocket, is bad. That's going to turn into a fumble in the National Football League. D-lineman too good. Like, there's certain things that I'm going to refresh him individually, but I'm going to show the highlights to the team and be like, hey, man, let's go. Let's rock and roll, baby.
Apparently, there's a whole secret power group behind the scenes deciding who plays and who doesn't. Because why just run a football team when you can run a soap opera? The rumor mill's spinning so hard you'd think Cleveland's powered by drama instead of electricity. And then there's the ticking time bomb. What happens if Shedeur gets traded? If that man walks out of Cleveland, it's over. Done. Burn the jerseys, sell the stadium, turn it into a parking lot. Shedeur leaving would be the final nail in the Browns' coffin.
Is there any chance that we just see Kevin Stefanski voluntarily resign? He's just like, I'm out.
There's no,
because that's what we need, right? I mean, it's kind of like Baker Mayfield when he was here, right? And they said he's got to take himself out of the game. Well, it's time for Kevin Stefanski to take himself out of the game.
Play him because he's being stubborn, but yet he still has a job. He still has Walmart. What can you do? I don't know. Nothing. God, I can't. I hate Kevin Stefanski.
And honestly, you can't even blame him. Imagine watching someone else play badly in your position every week while you're stuck holding a clipboard like it's community service. Fans are already joking that if Shedeur leaves, they're packing with him. Cleveland might lose a quarterback and half its fan base in one move. And can you blame them? The man deserves a real offense, not whatever this experiment has turned into. Right now, the Browns look less like a football team and more like a cautionary tale about poor management.
Kevin Stefanski should not have a football job today, but he still does. I don't understand it. This is getting to the levels of Hugh Jackson now, of the rope they are giving Kevin Stefanski. Yes, he did win multiple games with 5 different quarterbacks in 2023. But now he's like 5-24 since then. He can't win a football game. He can't pick a quarterback. He has a quarterback that might be good at the game of football that was drafted with.
So here we are again, Cleveland in chaos, the owners reportedly demanding heads roll, and Shadur caught in the middle of it all. Every week feels like an episode of How to Ruin Potential 101. Maybe Stefanski survives the week, maybe he doesn't. But one thing's certain, if this circus keeps going, even Shedur's patience has an expiration date. The Browns better figure it out fast, because this isn't just a losing streak anymore. It's a full-blown identity crisis. The fans want change. The owners want answers, and Shadur just wants to play football. So what's really going on in that locker room? Ego, politics, or pure chaos? Drop your thoughts below, hit like, comment, and subscribe, because this Browns meltdown is only heating up.